So, Julie, we know you succeeded your father when you came to financial services. You've built your practice from, when that happened to where it is today. What prompted you to write your book, No Necktie Needed? Why did you think it was important?
Well, I had other people encouraging me to do it. I never really thought anybody would want to read my story, but I have had lots of people reach out and say, "Oh my gosh, you were inside my head." And that it comforts me. But the main reason I wrote it is I just think women are so good at financial service professionals, and we need more women to be in this career. And so I thought if my journey could encourage someone to choose this career initially, because maybe they didn't think it would be something they'd be interested in, and also just to encourage those women who are already in this career to keep pushing forward. Because I think once you get past those first few years and learn your own style, you begin to start to realize how incredible it can be for you. And
Yeah.
when I took over from my dad, I realized his style was so different than mine, and it wasn't good or bad, it was just different. And so I had to find my own style of how I was going to work with my clients. And once I did that, it became so much easier for me, and I started to really enjoy what I did. And so I thought by putting it in a book, it might help encourage other women to keep pushing forward in this career.
Yeah. And I think all of us who grew up in the industry, I spent 20 years in the industry, Meg spent a number of years in the industry. I feel like we could all write our own books. We have similar experiences because it's not an easy industry to break in. And even if you're not a financial advisor, it's a very stressful environment to be in, right? And compounded onto that being a woman and trying to sort of make your way and have your authentic voice be a part of who you are. And if you become a financial advisor, creating your practice. And also, we know 15 to 20% of financial advisors are women today. And 20 years ago, probably not even half that. So, and I want to talk about, too, in your book you mentioned the idea of redefining success and what success means to you, because that comes up quite a bit when Meg and I are interacting with financial advisors, because that is a very subjective term for someone, right? What success to you is different from me, it's different to Meg. So, given the barriers in the industry and women seeking that work-life balance, what are some of the measurements of success given those barriers that are there, that are present for everybody, really, when you talk about work-life balance
they are.
And being successful at the end of the day and what that means to you?
Yeah, I think that is such an important piece, that we often feel like the definition of success is setting some sales goal, and sometimes our definition of success is set by someone else. And I contend that we do a whole lot better if we set our own definition of success, and it changes from someone who's got young children at home. Your definition of success is to have the flexibility to go to your child's program in the middle of the workday, and carve that out of your schedule and still find success at work, but have that importance of family time be just as high up in the priority list. And I would also say that it shifts. A while ago, and I talk about this in the book, my mom had cancer. And for me, that year, success was having the ability to be with her for every appointment that I could. And my sister and I shared that responsibility. But if I were at a job where I didn't have a flexible schedule, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And that, to me, that year, that's all that mattered. And as you get older, people start to shift their ideals and their expectations of what success looks like. And so I feel like it's a shifting, moving thing, but it is only something you can define for yourself. Your manager can't set that definition for you. Your family really can't. It's really up to you to figure out what is success, and then go after it in whatever way you have to, so that you feel that satisfaction of having control of your schedule and that balance.
Yeah, absolutely. And remaining positive and still feeling successful as you evolve with your business and your practice, and giving yourself compassion to say, okay, well, maybe, you know, if I define success in terms of how much revenue or AUM I bring in, that's great, but allowing yourself to sort of shift and evolve with that as your life shifts and evolves.
I think that one of the things that I wanted to mention, one, a number of years, the work-life balance. What I'm really positive about and hopeful is that we're seeing more men in the industry and in other industries as a whole really figure out that work-life balance. It always used to be a stigma of a woman's issue, and it's really not. It's a human issue, and I'm really hopeful for the future, regardless of the industry that you're working in, that men are recognizing that today, and I love that. And having worked and had my 3 kids and returned, I love to see that, you know, dad is taking the paternity leave, even if it's for 2 weeks, because in my day that was not happening at all. So I love that we're evolving there.